So here lately I've been thinking, if I need to get rid of one of my motorcycles, because I own 3, which one would it be? Would it be my Kawasaki Mean Streak 1600, my big cruiser? My Honda Shadow 750, chopped and bobbed? Or would it be my Boom Vader Grom clone? And I can tell you right now, it's not going to be the Shadow. I have more to the front end of that bike than, well, let's just say I could buy 2 of these for what that would have ran me. And by front end, I mean the custom triples, the fork tubes, the spirit wheel tire. I did the install of everything myself, minus mounting the tire. Like, I got more money in that than I paid for my whole Shadow. Okay, then what about the big cruiser? What about the Kawasaki? It's like, well, I just put pretty much what I paid for this Vader into it. New tires, fork seals, a little bit of brake work. Safety inspection was inevitable, so we can't count that, but I just dropped $1,400 on that bike, and that's what I paid for this delivered to the house. So as much as I hate to say it, if I had to get rid of one, it would probably be this Vader, the little Grom clone. Which is kind of in part why we're out here riding it today, because I'm trying to remind myself how much fun it is. Now, I'm not saying I'm looking to sell it. It's just every now and then I think about, hey, what if I had a dual sport? That'd be fun. Or I've been thinking about adventure bikes here lately. And the main reason I've been thinking about that is Kawasaki's just coming out with a brand new adventure bike, a little 500 parallel twin. I think it's the Kawasaki KLE. They got a special edition version. Oh man, it's a fun looking little bike. I just don't want to drop new bike money, because I'm not going to be able to touch that for under $8 grand. But I don't think that bike would be able to do anything that, say, this one couldn't, other than go faster than 55 miles an hour on a regular basis. And I think about, what would I do with an adventure bike? I'd want to use it for light touring, which is kind of what I'm using the Mean Streak for. So that bike serves no purpose. And truth be told, this little Vader is fun. And heck, there's still parts I have to put on this thing. I got a third motor mount that needs to go on. I got another switch that's a little narrower to hopefully bring my throttle in closer, because I got about ½ an inch before it's at the end of the bars. It's sticking out just a little bit. And that's what's keeping me from putting the bar end mirrors on this bike. And yeah, while her top speed's not fantastic, she still does a pretty decent job. Uphill, 48 miles an hour with a 17-tooth front sprocket, Nibby 22mm carbon aftermarket exhaust. And there's not too many places around here where I'd be able to ride a dual sport for its, dual sporty capabilities. And I've seen lots of people put knobby tires on this thing. I thought about doing that too, just calling it a day. That way I'm covered regardless. Or nothing too aggressive, just kind of like a nice, mid-tier, mid-level freaking half-street, half-dirt tire. Of course, that's if I wanted to turn this kind of to a little mini adventure kind of bike. If I ever get my Jeep fixed, I could throw it on a freaking hitch, take it down to URA National Forest, ride around on the HOV trails, or at least at a minimum the fire roads. Either that or keep it street, drop her 2 inches in the front and rear, extend the swing arm, which I'd probably do the extensions. I can get like an 8-inch extended swing arm, but I kind of don't want to pay shipping from, where it's coming from. Yeah, I'm not paying like $400 for a freaking swing arm, man, when I can get extensions for like less than a quarter of that price. Some modification required, I'm sure, but I got a grinder and a hammer. I could probably make something work. She'd be a little less nimble, but she'd look freaking sweet. Get some underglow going on this thing too, which I kind of planned on doing that anyway. Am I talking myself into getting rid of this thing or keeping this thing? What am I even doing today? Because it seems like if I were to get rid of this bike, I would be getting rid of it for something that I would use for the exact same purpose, which is just kind of riding around and goofing around. I do wish it had just a wee bit more acceleration, because I think on this 125, other than like maybe putting a cam in it, which kind of seems like a huge pain in the butt, I think we've reached almost maximum potential with this 125. And while she accelerates decent, I'd love for her to be faster off the line, ideally. Of course, I'm also not getting on big roads like that. I'm not getting on, I'm not doing 70 miles an hour on this thing, mainly because, 1, it can't. And 2, if I tried to merge on the highway, I may as well just lay down on the road and let them run me over. It is really fun, though. I'm not going to lie. Honda did a really good job when they designed these things. And then the other folks who ripped it off did a half-decent job. They did a pretty good job, too. But she'll run 54 without even being tucked. I mean, so it's enough. It's enough for what this is, I guess. And also, since this is a clone and not a Grom, if I were to try to sell this thing, The resale value is virtually non-existent because these are so cheap. Like, I paid $1,400 to get it delivered to me. Another $200 for title fees, registration, all that good stuff to get her road legal. So that's $1,600. The seat was, we'll say, $170. So that's what? $1,770. I'm probably $1,850 into this bike, under $1,900. But with everything. Between the Nibby throttle, the 22 mil carb, the exhaust, the $100 for the calibrator thingy. Yikes, I might be more into it. I'm under $1,900, definitely under $2,000 because I got bar end mirrors, levers. Let's just say $2,000. If I was to slap a for sale sign on this thing right now, in all honesty, in all actuality, a realistic price would be like $1,000. Because nobody's going to pay more than the new price. Because why would somebody pay almost $2,000? Because I wouldn't ask $2,000 for this. I'd ask probably like, I don't know. I'd love to. If I were to sell it, I'd really want $12,000, but realistically $1,000. Because you can get a brand new one of these things for like $1,400 and get it delivered and have a brand new bike. Why would you buy somebody's used one that you don't know the history of when you can get a new one for about the same? Or why would I get rid of a perfectly fine motorcycle to buy one to do the exact same thing on it? It doesn't make sense. And that's what I've been thinking about lately. If I was to get rid of a bike, yes, it would probably be this one, only if I needed the room. And if I wasn't going to replace it. Because trust me, if I had like a huge garage, or like a huge warehouse, a huge shop, it would be wall-to-wall bikes. Like, you wouldn't even be able to move in that mammer jammer. And then I'd have a bigger problem than I do now. I'm already trying to divide my time between 3. There's no reason to get a 4th. Because there's a local dealer not too far from me that's got a slightly used Fury for a fairly decent price that I kind of want. But since I already have the Mean Streak, I already have a larger cruiser. And I know 1,300 cc's isn't big, but it's more of like kind of like a mid-range in my opinion. But you know, if I were to get something like that, I'd have to get rid of the bike that currently fills that role. Because I'll be honest with you, if I had to pick a dream bike right now, it's probably a Road King. Definitely a newer Road King. But I don't have the space for it. And as far as newer goes, I don't really want to pay the new prices. I'm not going into debt for basically what's a toy. Gosh, if she just had a little more acceleration. Which there's engine swaps people have done to these things. I can get up to a 212 without too much issue, I don't think. I haven't really done any research, but I'm pretty sure the majority of it is probably plug and play. There's a couple things you got to do, and then the engine itself will be about $1,000, but if I'm being honest, I could probably make that work. And with all my ramblings, do I think the Boom Vader Grom clones are bad bikes? No, not at all. I think they're fantastic bikes. And honestly, yeah, 44 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour for like my daily stuff, that's all I need. I just wish he had a little bit more. I wish there was a magic part I could put on this 125 to make this thing rip, and it just doesn't. But that's okay, we like this bike anyway. We're gonna hang on to her for a bit. And I think part of it is she just sits way too much. Because I got 2 others that need attention, so sometimes she don't get it. Plus, with it getting chilly like it is, it's low 40 Fahrenheit. We're in the shade. I'm wearing thermals and a hoodie. And it's nice in the sun, but this shade is a little chilly. Which I was curious exactly how the colder air would affect this thing, and it seems to be about the same. Which I need to get back in the carburetor anyway, because to fuss with this thing. Because to actually start this thing, I gotta fuss with the carburetor, I gotta play with the choke, up the idle, blip the throttle. If it sits for any length of time, she's just stubborn. And that's because unlike the Honda Groms, the clones, particularly the Vader here, are carbureted. So if I had a Grom, it'd be fuel injected, I wouldn't have this problem. And now you guys are probably thinking, Lucky Aces, why didn't you just buy a Grom in the first place? Well, because honestly, in some ways, I think the clones are better. And if you want to hear more about that, you can check that video out right here. And as always, y'all be good. See ya.